Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Blind. There is a big old tower right over there. And this outlandish man apparently has something to say about it. Legacy of Alag. An oddly garbed man, that's him, visiting Revenant's Toll, has some information which might be of interest to an experienced adventurer. Gil, some dark matter, yay. What do you got? Do I know you? Ah, unless I am very much mistaken, you are the famed adventurer who bested the Garlean Empire's general, are you not? The great Artix himself. Amazing. And more than a little serendipitous. One might even call it fate. I but recently received word of a truly unique opportunity. You see, an opportunity the like of which none but one of your proven worth could take advantage. The reward? Not less than the accumulated knowledge of a fallen civilization. The risk? A single misstep could cost you your life. But what is a little danger to a storied hero such as you? A man with absolute confidence in his own abilities stands to profit handsomely from the venture. No, I crave no recompense for my part in bringing this opportunity to your attention. The historic discoveries you shall make will be reward enough, I assure you. If my words have fanned the flames of your curiosity, then I bid you seek a man by the name of Rambrose at St. Henek's Find. If it is he who stands at the doorway to untold marvels, awaiting the arrival of a champion bold enough to march across the threshold. Okay. Went that way. Also, I don't know if there was another quest that just is over here. Right here. It's in Alag, but also of errant epistles. I don't know if this was here previously. I think we did some stuff over here before? I think we did. Let's do this quickly here. Well, assuming we can. Whatever unlocked this. Possibly something. Where's the person that has this? Up top? Right here? It's a mystery. There it is. Climb Thota tires of having the possessions of others foisted upon her. Seven hells. Are those bloody furballs blind? Turns her a sin, not some worse win. It's writ clear as day. Pardon me. The Moogle meant no harm, I'm sure, but this marks the third time this past fortnight I found myself in possession of a delivery intended for another. I do not expect all Moogles to be well versed in rugged naming conventions, but when they are unsure of the intended recipient, they at least have the courtesy to ask before dumping it off and flitting away unseen. Look closely here. The missive is clearly marked for my brother, Vaisala, Sergeant Sin, who makes his home in Limsa and serves on guard duty at the Octant more often than not. I've a mind to send this letter right back where it came from. My confidence in those furballs wears thin. I put my trust in them, and I'd not be surprised to see the letter end up in the hands of himself. Perhaps you could deliver a letter to Vaisala the next time your travels take you to Limsa. Tell him that his sister would never think of reading his mail. She thinks he could do much better for himself than some vapid tavern wench. Okay. We'll just pop over to Limsa. It's fine. Limsa. Yep, that'll work. Easy enough. Let's see where they are in Limsa. Just mail delivery, because the regular mail wasn't working for them. Shame. it's right over here. Potentially. Let's pop up. Down below, maybe? No. Should be right here. And it's very easy to get back over there, so that's not a problem either. Rain. Yep, can confirm. If you're lost, you best get found, and quickly. Streets of Limsa aren't known to be kind to lovers and loiterers. Letter. Already misdelivered once, the fate of this envelope, addressed to one Ursula, lies solely in your capable hands. There you go. But what's in the letter? That's the next question, I suppose. A letter for me, delivered to my sister of all people. Well, isn't that just bloody brilliant? Perhaps next time, let's play furballs could just forward all of my personal correspondence to the Admiral himself. Herself. I dare say the consequences would be less dire. 100? 1,000? No, 100,000 apologies, my good sir. I'm most profusely, profoundly sorry for the terrible inconvenience I have caused. Rest assured that the offending Moogle has been flogged several times with a large harbor herring as due punishment for his negligence. Kupo ow ow. You have my word that we in delivery Moogles shall redouble, triple even, our efforts to ensure that no precious parcel or missive ever again goes astray. Behold, for I shall now perform for you the Moogle dance of imitable integrity. Settle your wings, my Moogle friend. I don't believe that will be necessary. And by that I mean, for the love of gods, just don't. Wait a bleed minute. I believe I'm talking to a Moogle in the flesh? Well, if this isn't a rare occasion. Haha. And, Lion, take me if you aren't a cute little bugger. Just months ago, I had half a mind to wring the incompetent courier's neck. Well, it's not so pretty. I'm not so petty a man to set my frustration on a defenseless ball fur. Besides, how can I hold it against you? What if the population of the realm burgeoning of late? I'd be lying if I said I myself didn't have trouble keeping names and faces straight. Anyway, what's his face here was kind enough to deliver my letter, and I have your word that no more mistakes will be made. As far as I'm concerned, this is all water under the bridge. Phew, what a relief, Kupo. It would appear I owe you my thanks, tall one. But where are my manners? Let me introduce myself. I am a delivery Moogle. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Moogles are supposed to hide in trees and avoid contact with outsiders. Why ever would they agree to carry about letters? Why, indeed. If I had my way, I'd be curled up under the canopy of a nice oak, dreaming about some beautiful Mooglet with a rainbow-colored pom-pom. But no. The moon had to go and drop from the sky, causing all that terrible commotion. Aetherites were shattered and link pearls rendered useless. For moons, the poor, wingless people of Eorzea had no way of communicating with each other. Beyond screaming at the top of their lungs, that is, which no one really approved of. That is, until the little horned ones asked us to assist them by delivering messages. First, we were wary of showing ourselves, worried that one of you might catch and skin us, like you do every other forest furry. But once we saw how much we were appreciated, we knew we'd found our new calling. Traveling to far-flung lands, rekindling old friendships, and cultivating new ones. Staying abreast of the latest happenings in the realm. Why, if there's a more fulfilling career to be had, I know not of it. So, what do you say, Kupo? Do you want to be a delivery rugged, Kupo? Yes. Go for it. Now that's the spirit. In recognition of your efforts on behalf of our friend Rasla, I hereby waive the stringent screening examination typically administered to those who would join our ranks. Welcome aboard. I am the Deputy Post Moogle in charge of tutelage and training. In other words, your superior. As such, you'll address me with due respect and follow each and every one of my instructions to the letter. No pun intended. Are we understood, Kupo? Of course we are. Now allow me to explain your duties. When you see me floating about in the vicinity of where we now stand, when you take this as a sign, I have one or more letters that I cannot be bothered or that I have deemed suitable for your training. Approach me and declare your readiness for the task. I will entrust one of said letters to you, along with directions for its delivery. And so your journey begins, Kupo. Mind you, until you prove yourself, I will be overseeing all your deliveries to ensure that you do not shirk or slacken your duties. Not the dutiful delivery Rogaden, like you, would ever consider such a thing, yes? Ka. Carrier unlocked. I guess. You take carrier level 1. Now able to undertake delivery quests. Review available quests and accept an assignment. Speak to the delivery post-Moogle at the Octant. Upon accepting the quest, you'll be entrusted with a letter or package addressed to a prominent Eorzean. Letter of swiftness and accuracy, and earn a name for yourself as one of the most trusted carriers in the realm. Post-Moogle, oh wait, always rings twice. Come on. Unpaid. Is he here? Is he there? The quest here. Top him. Up there. Sometimes I'll wonder. There he is. Sometimes. A debt unpaid. You get money and possibly food. The Deputy Post-Moogle has wasted no time in finding you a suitable training assignment. We're going this direction, I guess. Visit my new my promising new recruit. A twinkle in your eyes and spring in your step, simply shout out to me. I'm ready for my first assignment, Mr. Deputy Post-Moogle, sir. Do I hear you correctly, Kupo? Of course I do. This is your lucky day, for I picked out what should prove the perfect task to start off your training. To wit, I have here in my paws a letter that is delivered to Heran, proprietor of the Drowning Wench. Simple task, you say? Perhaps, and perhaps not. For delivery Moogle's task does not end with the handing over a piece of parchment. No, the conscientious carrier lends his ear to the addressee and sees the job through until his customer is happy for what has been received. Being the accomplished and eminently visible adventurer that you are, I suspect that your clients will be even more eager to enlist your services than they would with an elusive Moogle like myself. Consider this an honor and a privilege, Kupo. As the one in charge of your training, I shall wait here for word of your success. You will succeed, won't you, Kupo? Let's bring up a valid point. Not everybody can see them. So, we're talking random floating bags or what? Hard to say. Unpaid. There is them to at the Drowning Witch. It's kind of like right here. Or up higher. One of those. That's what the stairs are for. Either that or this. It's all fine. Well, how much of a situation this is gonna be. Could be a whole thing. Or it could be fine. That's right up here. The upper decks. Yep. Come up. Well, that staircase over there. There we are, right here. Now here's a face what always warms me heart to see. Ever a shining example to all the would-be heroes and heroines in these halls. You have a letter for me, you say? Yes. Lettering on this envelope is so poorly done that it is only thanks to the keen eye of your Moogle supervisor that you know it is addressed to Meteran Tenfingers, Drowning Wench founder and proprietor. Would have figured you'd have more pressing tasks on your plate than playing messenger boy, but who am I to... What's this? Ah, bugger me of all the times for him to show up. Hate to burden you, but I'd be much obliged if you could help me with a simple task. Ah, sure. I knew I could count on ye. The moment I saw your face, I knew the navigator had guided you back here for a reason. The reason? Tell me settle the score with an old acquaintance of mine. The man's worked up quite the bill. It's past time for a reckoning. You're to find the bastard and bring him here to old Veteran. I can trust you with that, You'll find him out in the middle of Lanasia, a rugged fellow of his imposing stature and less than imposing brains. Like is not up to trouble of some sort. Oh, and speak with Sachabdi before you set out. She's prepared the perfect welcome gift for my dear old mate. Okay. Shooting. Defense. So this is an adventure going out to greet our guest of honor, are you? Veteran hasn't told me much about the man, but his steely gaze speaks volumes. As you know, Veteran was an accomplished sellsword in his younger days, made his share of friends and more than his share of foes, and the latter are none too shy about bringing trouble onto the premises. Rugged fell in the middle of Lanasia, was it? But I'll pry no further. One thing I've learned in my time here is not to poke my nose in disputes that don't involve me. Here's the gift Veteran asked me to prepare. Trust that it will serve you well. Alright. In the middle of Lanasia. Middle Lanasia. It's kind of over here, but that's fine. You have to go down and then out. And around also. That's good. That's work. Huh. Situations. What are we getting ourselves into? What is this gift they've given us? We will see. We will see. This is just a regular quest. Technically, yeah, it did say we quote-unquote unlocked the whole carrier business. But it wasn't an unlock quest. That's more of just regular stuff. Well, that's fine. Oh, what's we got going on here? Got a ruffian and a wincing winemonger. Greater Cowrin is starting to look still nothing. Just be wanting a ship, that's all. Big ship. An adventurer, thank the gods. This brute means to rob me of my livelihood. You must stop him. Speak to the ruffian in Milanasia. Complete. Hey. Adventure, thank the gods. Stop it. Ice cold water. Water cooled with ice shards to the point just before freezing. Splash. That'll do it. Alright, you asked him for... He's gone. What was all that about? Your godsend, friend. I tell you, that brute is a menace to honest merchants everywhere. You find him and bring him to justice, yes? Apparently, yes. Let's fan over this way. Just hanging out in the grass. What are you doing? Have mercy, man. I didn't mean the little man no harm. Just had a few too many, An old foe of Heron's? Ain't that rich? I'm the best blade mate the old bastard's ever known, whether or not he's willing to admit it. Names? Swain, a sellsword of some repute myself, though more for me promised with a flagon of ale than the spirit me back. No, you'll not see me blaming Veteran, nor you, of course, for the soggy welcome. I dare say I earned it on my last trip to the wench. As a matter of fact, I've even brought Veteran a small token of apology, just my own way of saying sorry for all the trouble I've stirred up at. Well, bring me the 7th hell and back again. Left the bloody bag back at Hermes for Arms, was it? Forgive me, lad, my memory's still a bit hazy. I go back and search myself, but in addition to not knowing quite where I came from, still feel in touch queasy. Be a good lad and retrace my steps for me, will ya? With any luck, the fellow there, damn if I can remember his name, is giving me belongings safe and sound. Alright. Back to Summerford Farms. Just over there. A perfectly fine use of 100 gil. Brilliant. Cool. See if this is a continuing situation here. Zoom in. Hello, stranger. Brings an impressive-looking young lad like yourself to my humble orchards. That bloody drunkard? Of course I remember him. How could I not? Left his mark all over the bedding and floor, and this after I went out of my way to furnish his room with a proper spitting box. His belongings had my hands plenty full cleaning up his foul spew. If he left anything else behind, like as not, it's still there. You're more than welcome to explore, but I suggest you watch your step, hold your nose, particularly if you've just eaten. Oh boy. And the other satchel. Where's that at? Here. There it is. A leather satchel. There you go. Count that as a win. People over there. And fly back. Easy enough. Huh. What's in the satchel? That's the next question, isn't it? Lying back down. Swing. Back, are you? Did you happen upon my belongings, mayhap? A small satchel, nothing too fancy. Yes. A worn leather pouch filled with a pair of old 100 gil coins. Bloody brilliant. For the moment you doused me with that wet stuff, I knew I had made myself a friend. Don't know about you, after all my troubles today, I've worked up quite a thirst. So you join me at the wench. First pints on Mataran, haha. If you insist. Let's go straight in here. Yeah. Let's go this way. Make our way up and around, or whatever. Limbs of Lamenza. Lower decks. Here. Needs to be up. We're gonna go up here to go to up to here. Upper decks. It gets there. It gets there. Yep. Loading. Upper decks. And here we are. And there he is. Here we are. Welcome back, Arctic. Eve, my apologies for getting you mixed up in the dealings of a couple sellswords. I have a pint of me finest. And regardless of what you might have told you, this man is paying for all comers tonight, including yours truly. You've not changed a whit, Mandarin. Still, I think a thankless bloody bastard. Thankless me, says the insufferable sot who won't be content till he drinks his so-called best made out of house and home. Mark my words, Miss Wayne. If you conveniently forget to pay your tab this time, I'll hunt you to the 7th L. And acts all tough, but trust me, just a moment ago he was going on about how happy he was to hear you were safe. Here, this one's on the house. I hear it's your favorite. Ah, you needn't worry, Lash. Old Husband and your master will go way back. Gone soft, you ask me. Why, back in our day, you couldn't call yourself friend to Heron till you'd drawn steel on you at least twice. I shall consider myself fortunate that we only became acquainted more recently. But do tell, good sir, what's the story behind those coins? The remnant of some hidden treasure, mayhap? Treasure? Haha. You and I both wish, lassie. No, I fear it's little more than a memento of days long past, and none too well remembered. Back when Heron and myself were still wet behind the ears, a grizzled old veteran, at least a looked grizzled to a couple of young pups like us, took a liking to us, took us under his wing, as it were. It was a kindness in days when kindness was hard to come by. Carried with him these here coins, he did. See the face of the spinner? Said her fair gaze watching over him was what kept him living, where all his old mates had a tendency to end up dead, or worse. Chanced upon him a fortnight ago, on his deathbed, the poor bastard. Said he'd lived a good life, but his luck had finally run its course. He didn't have much to leave behind, save for his lucky coins. Coins he wanted to leave to a couple of not-so-young pups, that they might enjoy a life as long as his. A touching tale indeed. Now perhaps you can answer a long-held question of mine, good sir. Why ever would a sellsword as renowned as Heron forsake his blade for life of a glorified barkeep? You've not heard the story? Mind you, a detail or two might have slipped from my memory. Well, I'll give her a try. 'Twas 20 years ago, or thereabouts, with the realm finally at peace, or something resembling it, a great mercenary captain had a plan. This man, aye, a living legend if ever there was one, bought all the sellswords who were itching for a new fight under one roof. So it was that the Adventurers Guild was born, and there were no shortage of eager applicants. Aye, everyone and their uncle was looking to be an adventurer, except for one young boy, son of the very man what founded it. This boy wanted only one thing, to follow in his father's footsteps and make his name as the greatest sellsword who ever walked the realm. Did the boy give up his dream? Do you reckon he'd already achieved it? Can't say for sure, lassie. But only that the boy is now a man, and the man stands behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. He spends the same advice to young glory seekers like Arctic here, and ale to old drunkards like myself. Is this true? Why, that would mean Hen's father is none other than... Shang-Chi, I pay you to wipe the tables, not wag your bloody tongue. I get back to work before I throw you back out of the gutter where I found you. Just when things were starting to get interesting. And with that, Heron, I best be on my way. Spend any more time around that lovely lass in this lonely old sellsword. I'd like to get jealous. Besides, if I empty your casks today, what will I drink on my next visit? Aye, walk away while your legs still hold you blundering oaf. Come back any time for a pint of the finest. I'll see it dumped right over your fat head. Oh. And then we report back to the postmaster. It's a whole little situation here. People doing stuff, finding people, lore, stories, information. Side quests. Good times. Okay. Question is if there's going to be a whole bunch of these. We do have options. We do have options. Not a very distant delivery. There's people all over. You get more deliveries too. I wait for the guy to spawn in. Of course, the other guy's already here. If it isn't my dutiful assistant, trust you fared well on your first assignment. Do tell me about it, Koopa. Why, you don't say. Veneron has never been an easy customer to please. Why, he pulled out me whiskers that time I dropped a letter and a flagon of ale. It sounds like you've made a fabulous first impression. As your senior, I couldn't be more pleased with your effort, and with myself, for having discovered such a talented new recruit, Koopa. This is no time to rest on your laurels, oh no. For each day brings new letters, and the deliveries that await will take you even further afield. I dare say you might encounter clients who make old veteran look like a cuddly chocobo. But it's all in a day's work for my able assistant, yes? When you're looking for your next assignment, you know where to find me, Koopa. Let me get some food. What do we want? I think it's probably going to be significantly higher level than any of our previous foods. What are we looking? Termination Vitality Crit, Massive Vitality, Direct Hit. Black Truffle Risotto. Take those, I guess. Quest complete. How do we get a carrier level? Level up! You bet. Carrier level 2. With your successful delivery, your reputation as a letter carrier has grown. Wild stuff out here. Still level 50. What if we're ever going to find anything that's higher than level 50? Presumably, eventually. To look around to see if there's people that are higher level 50. Yeah. Let's got 2 more here. My goodness. Want to do this right now? We're a little bit past the point where we can go mess with the Crystal Tower. Random distractions. Constantly. I'm here for it. Carline Memories. Oh, more foods. We got a pile of food here. It's not bad. The Deputy Post Moogle has a smile on his face and a letter bearing a Gridanian address in his paw. What if isn't my favorite assistant, back and eager as ever? As a reward for your zeal in your duties, I have what should prove to be a positively delightful task, Koopa. I have a letter here addressed to Mother Yoni of Gridania's Carline Canopy. I can just feel the warm rays of the sun trickling down through the leaves, a piping hot cup of tea in my paw. Well, I have half a mind to deliver the letter myself. But let it not be said that the Deputy Post Moogle keeps the more pleasing task for himself. No, the job is yours. You need not so much as ask for it. Happy message carrying, Koopa. This do require level 50. It's definitely something. To Gridania. Let's go into all the Adventuring Guild spots so far. We'll see if that's also the case with the 3rd quest there. Very possible. Level 50 is a little bit late to be showing you around to the different capitals and Adventuring Guild spots, but that's fine. Different stuff. Or something. Okay. So it pops up to be a little quicker. Round side. Down here. There we go. Welcome home, friend. You've made quite a name for yourself, haven't you? At times, I'd swear that even the trees themselves are abuzz with tales of your exploits. A letter. Nondescript envelope addressed to Mother Yoni of the Carline Canopy. A letter? Let me see. Oh, why, it would seem there will be an even greater demand for eel pies in the coming days. Once again, the oven calls. Not that you'd find me complaining. After all, some go their entire lives without knowing how it feels to have one of their creations beloved by Eorzeans the realm over. Which, come to think of it, reminds me of a story. How did it go again? Ah, yes. Many years ago, when I was no taller than the counter before us, a Lalafellin artisan and his daughter came here to the 12 Swin. Of the circumstances which brought them here, I know little, but the father was a man of few words. What I do know is that they had left behind their home, traveling far and wide across the realm, before settling on Gridania as their new home. The elementals care little about borders drawn by men. All who treat the forest with compassion are welcome within. Sadly, people in those times were not quite so understanding. Poor man and daughter endured name-calling, spiteful pranks, and worse. My grandfather took pity on them, offering them shelter in this building. In those days, it was little more than a glorified storage cabin, far from the bustling center of activity it is today. My grandfather minded the watermill, you see. Minded the watermill. As his father before him, a respected position that afforded our family a certain status among our peers. Though not all approved of my grandfather befriending the outsiders, none dared give voice to their objections. With time, Gridanians came to understand that whensoever they hailed, the man and his young daughter were honest, peaceable folk, no different from any of us. With the blessings of their newfound countrymen, the love of the two harbored for their new home deepened. When talk arose of erecting a new water wheel, the father, originally a shipwright by trade, was one of the first to offer his services. My grandfather soon joined them. Though not without hardships along the way, the wheel eventually rose, standing even today as one of Gridania's greatest architectural achievements, and a keystone of our very livelihood. If you are not in too much of a hurry, I would like very much to show it to you. But before we depart, I would ask of you a small errand. You'd be so kind as to pick 4 Carlin blossoms about town and bring them to me. I would accompany you, but alas, the kitchen calls. Of course. Carlins in Old Gridania and New Gridania. Come. Picking. Come. On the map here, and over here too. Okay. Up above slightly, that's alright. Google. People up on the roof. People on the canopy above the car lines. Come. Running. There's really any other teleports close to this side. Okay, or around this whole platform here. Could have went across or the other way, it's fine. Calm. Run. There's a wheel. That the wheel? Could be the wheel. It's a pretty good wheel. I'll take it. Here. Go. And you go to Old Gridania. Pick up stuff there. Here and over that one. That'll work. We can get around that post there, I guess. There's another wheel. Got wheels all over the place. Could be a larger wheel they were talking about. But anyways. Yoink. Go back. Back route. This way to go there. More quickly. Here. For the triple try matches. Keep up the speed. Another wheel. The flower. Alright. There we go. That's all 4 of them. Lovely. And deliver back that way. Okay. Just a little extra something for the quests. Back down in. go. Ah, welcome back. You'll procure the curling blossoms I asked of you. Yep. A yellow flower found growing in Gridania proper. Ah, how lovely. Though hardly a rare sight in Gridania, these flowers never fail to bring a smile to my face. The water wheel I would show you is best seen from the Jadeite flood. Going ahead, shall be along after I see to my duties here. Yeah. It's in the essential shroud. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, it's right down at this spot here, but flying is also fine. And right up this way. You see it from slightly outside here. Perfect. It's the airship area. Just on the edge outside town here. Destination. There's the big wheel. Now we're talking. We're waiting. Observing. Do be waiting though. Ah, Arctic. I hope I've not kept you waiting over long. That's fine. Come now, let's look upon the water wheel of my tale. Behold the pride of our nation, Fakaga's gift. Is she not magnificent? Countless times have I come here, and each time I stand in awe at her sheer size and beauty. Knowing that it was born of a special bond between my grandfather and the Lalafilian builder, elevates it to a special place in my heart. Would that they had lived to see it complete. I spoke of hardships, yes? Not days after he finished drawing up his draft for the new mill, the poor Lalafell, hale and hearty for his age until then, suddenly took ill. What started as a cough soon grew dire when the fortnight he had passed. Without its chief builder, the ambitious project came grinding to a halt. First, there seemed no recourse but to abandon construction entirely. Then the daughter stepped forth, vowing that she would see her father's dream to fruition. Though none could deny her pedigree, the girl had never lifted a hammer in her entire life. Not letting this, nor the doubting words of others deter her, she promptly enrolled in the Carpenters Guild, bound to follow in her father's footsteps. People laughed. Who was this shy little girl with yellow blossoms in her hair? But within a year's time, all could see that the girl was a prodigy with a hammer. In 5 years, she had mastered skills that would take an ordinary carpenter a lifetime. In 10, her father's dream had become a reality. The shy girl with flowers in her hair had blossomed into a strong, proud woman, and one of the greatest builders our realm has ever known. Such is the tale of Fakaga. Ah, to think of the wonders she might still have wrought. Last, not long after completing her gift to us, she succumbed to the same foul plague that took her father. Though she is with us no more, she remains an inspiration for the women of Gridania, myself first among them. It is here, in view of her father and daughter's greatest accomplishment, they buried their ashes and built a small monument to their memory. Once again, I thank you, Arctic. The flowers you picked surely brought a smile to Hakaga's face today. Now shall we return? Yes, the place that I named in her memory. Carline Canopy. Indeed. Stuff like there again. It's fine. Whoop. Okay. Everybody's got their stories. But then the different stories. When the calamity happened. This whole situation. Okay. Back down. In the canopy. Come. Thank you for accompanying me today. I had hoped to share the tale of Fakaga with you for quite some time now, having come here as you did from a faraway land. In transforming my grandfather's old storage cabin into the crawling canopy you see today, sought to carry on the spirit he showed to his Lothelian friends. A spirit of welcoming and acceptance for all who would seek shelter here, regardless of their origins. And it was in the same spirit that I came to devote my life to looking after those who would seek adventure. And what a fateful decision that turned out to be, yes? So it was that I came to stand behind this counter, so it was that I met you, and so it was that I received the joyous tidings that you brought to me today. For you see, the letter you delivered was an announcement from the Adventurers Guild. It appeared that I can look forward to a sizable group of new recruits in the days to come, and nothing could make me happier. I wanted to share this news with Piaga and with you. After all, it is no small part thanks to your exploits that so many brave young men and women would step forth to bring succor to our realm. Truly, you are a gleaming example to all. May your stars shine forever bright upon us. Art Ick. More snacks. Vitality, piety, vitality, spell speed, craftsmanship, perception. We can also get some stuff for those. I need to use food for some things here. Yeah, whole piles of them here. Like this one. Oh yes, complete. Did not even need to return that time. We get a level? You betcha. Level up! Carrier level 3. With your successful delivery, your reputation as a carrier has grown. We have a lot of reputations. We've been pretty good with that. Anyways, go back to Lindsay here. Should be another one we can pick up. Lindsay. We're going to Olda. Bet we're going to Olda. Would not be surprising, would it? The real question would be if there's anything after it. We gotta do like 50 letters, obviously. It's totally a reasonable number. That's totally gonna happen. The Octant. Now we wait. I spawned in. Dream on. Neither snow nor rain nor heat nor gloom of night will stay the deputy postmule from unloading work on his subordinates. Well, look who's back. I'll give you 3 guesses what I have in my paw. First 2 don't count, Kupo. Why, yes, a letter. However, did you know? So just to Modi, the ever-charming proprietress of the Quicksand in Olda. Sounds like a pleasant enough assignment, wouldn't you say? This is no ordinary letter. Oh no. Why, I've strained my eyes for any sign of the sender's name. It's nowhere to be found. Anonymous epistle. Sounds like a task for my most capable assistant, Kupo. Olda! Okay. Here we go again. Here we go again. Shouldn't be too much of a run over to the spot over here. Once it activates. Okay. Olda. Also raining. Or weather. Weather. Outside of right here. Royal Essential. Oh, this is something else. This is level 15. Princely Persona. This is gonna be something else. Nah, I've been here. Side entrance. That counts. Okay. Comedy. Well, if it ain't Arctic. Good to see an adventurer who checks in with the guild from time to time, even after becoming all famous and the like. What brings you to the quicksand today? Letter. Small envelope addressed to Modi of the quicksand in Oda. With no sender. Ooh, spooky. A letter? Next thing I know, it was spouting pom-pom and ending every other utterance with Kupo. Oh, how curious. Seeing the sender's forgotten to sign the envelope. Oh, my beloved Momodi, my riches could buy all the jewels in the realm, yet none would shine as bright as thee. Say that you will be mine and... Good gods, no wonder the letter was anonymous. No man in his right mind would claim authorship of such a hacky-eyed, pretentious load of... Honey, my love, I see that my this missive finds you looking as beautiful as ever. Oh, it's you. Why do I find myself entirely unsurprised? Lost count of how many times I've spurned your shameless advances to your face. And I must do the same in writing for you to get the bloody message. Affluent youth. Shameless? You wound me, Modi, my love. Why my advances are positively shameful. That's not the right word, is it now? Picture the scene. A mysterious letter, a secret admirer. Is it so outlandish for a man to think that a so romantic approach might stir the flames of passion in his beloved's heart? Says the fool standing before me for the third time this week, still sporting that same ridiculous jacket. Our guest clearly lacks the courage to introduce himself, so allow me. This is Thomas So-and-so, son of the spice merchant, someone or other, and the richest, most eligible young bachelor in all of Oda. Forgive me if I've forgotten some of the details. I've only heard the story some 20-odd times now. This is Arctic, the man who wasted his precious time hauling your rubbish halfway across the realm. Is that so? Smashing work, my boy. Remind me of your name again later. I'll be sure to put you on the guest list for when my lovely Modi and I are wed. Do you see, my love? This adventurous efforts were not for naught. No, you need only promise your hand to me. Promise that forever, my Modi, and mine alone you will be. In person or in ink, the answer is the same. Come back when Fanland Freeze is over, so I can reject you again. Alas and alack, if I should have known. Yes, that hairpin that adores your lovely locks speaks loud and clear. Admit it, Modi. After all these years, you still harbor feelings for him. Why, you have some nerve walking into my place of business and spouting such nonsense. Nonsense, my beloved? Is that so? Rumors abound about that hairpin that was crafted for you by an old flame that has not left your shapely head for so much as a day since the calamity. If you lost your childhood love when the lesser moon fell, you have my sympathies. But this is a new age, my dearest. Time marches on, and we must march with it. Oh, and did I mention that my family is among the richest in the Sultanate? Hell's just how thick is your bloody skull. A man crafted my hairpin, and yes, there was a time when I felt something for him. But such days are long past, and today I needn't compare you to anyone to find you thoroughly repulsive. Besides, I'll have you know that the man who crafted this still lives. What's this? My rival in love still lives? Ha, at long last. My task is clear. I must seek out this pretender and prove once and for all that I, Thomas, am the only one worthy of my dear Modi's hand. Adventurer, I request your aid. Together we will seek out this man, and he will serve as an impartial judge to determine who is the worthy partner for Miss Modi, he or I. Rest assured, they will be suitably compensated for rendering the proper decision. And with that, let's begin our search at the Goldsmiths Guild. I shall await you there. Wild. Yeah, I suppose. Goldsmiths Guild. Okay. I'm sure this is gonna go well. I just want to jump over things. Alright. Some skill. That's exactly where we need to be. That's nice. Huh. Wanna be a goldsmith? Not right now. Not right now. Got a lot going on. Nesu and Thomas. What's that? Homedy's hairpin, you say? Well, that was Momoroto's work. Momoroto? Now there's a name I've not uttered in some time. Destined for greatness, that one was. Could have been the second coming of... No, friends. Why? He had been with us for a scant few years when a commission came in from the Sultana herself. Slaved away at that piece day and night until one day he rose from his workbench and walked away. Some said the pressure of expectations grew too great to bear. Others said his heart was never in the craft to begin with. So others said there was a broken heart that drove him away. The guild lost a talented goldsmith, and I lost a friend. A man's life is his to live. Last I heard, Honoto was passing his days as a fisherman in the Crescent Cove. If he's found happiness, I don't begrudge him his choice one bit. Okay. Crescent Cove. Ooh. Okay, right there. Teleport anyway. Oh. Whoop. Alright. Western Thanalan. There you go. Getting there. We're getting there. Oh. Fly over the mountains? You betcha. You betcha. Still raining. Alright. Right over here. Hello, I've dropped out of the sky. How you doing? Not a bite? How well, tomorrow's another, What brings a mighty adventure to this lonely fishing hole? This guy, unfortunately. This is Moroto, a shabby-looking fellow indeed. What I expect from a craven who threw away his chance at fame, love, and glory, because he couldn't bear the pressure. Oh, the ignominy of it all. She turns down my gifts of jewels and gold. He adorns her hair, her fair locks with a trinket cobbled together by a languid Lalafell who stinks of sardines. So, Hoodie is actually wearing that old thing. You'll get no argument from me. I hardly deserve it, nor did I deserve her. Perhaps I once did. There was a time when I dreamed of being the greatest goldsmith in the realm, even a time when such dreams seemed within reach. The young Moroto may have been worthy of somebody's hand. Well, that dreamer is no more, and you'll not see me mourn his passing. Not all dreams were meant to be followed. Not all of us were destined for greatness. Put a fishing pole in his hand and a creaky pier under his bottom, and old Moroto is a happy man. Can you believe this? My travels have taken me to the far corners of the realm, and never have I seen a man so lacking in ambition, enthusiasm, or even vaguely redeeming qualities. I would ask you to judge which of us is more worthy, but I think we can safely say that I am the victor by default. To the quicksand adventurer, my future bride awaits. What do you think? Yeah, it's been a whole thing. So that's what all that shouting was about. Young man's taken a fancy to Modi, has he? I'll say this much. He's got good taste. Doesn't seem like all that bad of a fellow. A bit oversure his own abilities, perhaps. But no more so than someone I used to know. When I gave that hairpin to Modi years ago, she refused to wear it. Said it meant too much to her to risk losing. As to why her heart may have changed, who can say? But it's not for love, this I know. Those days are buried in the sands of time. Whether that will avail your lovelorn friend is another matter entirely. Okay. And back to the quicksand. Teleport. Okay. back to the quicksand indeed. With a quickness to the quicksand. Here we go. Let's see what this is here. Could be something. Possibly an event, possibly a thing. Hard to say. Taking the back route again here. It's fine. He gets there. He gets there. And he is back here again also. Just between you and me, Arctic, I was hoping you'd manage to lose him somewhere along the way. I've done my part. I sought out this Moroto and heard his tale. Tale of a coward who has not deserved you since the day he fled the city, forsaking your love and his future in the process. A worthy suitor stands before you, a man who promises to do everything in his power to bring you happiness, who has the courage to put such words into action. I implore you, my beloved, undo that hairpin, free your heart from that has-been, and give unto me your hand. Listen well, because I'll repeat myself no more. I have no feelings for Moroto, and sure as hell is none for you. This hairpin is a symbol of all those who would dare to dream, a symbol and a warning. Moroto and I were once old friends. He used to come by his shop, where I worked, and regale me with tales of all he hoped to achieve. He burned with passion in those days, like yourself, with less style and more substance. As a wide-eyed girl, I was drawn to dreamers, urged him on every opportunity. When I heard he was making something for the Sultana, I near screamed, "This is your chance, Moroto. Craft the masterpiece I know you have in you, and you'll go down in history. You'll live and die a nobody." So I told him over and over until he came no more. I went to the Goldsmiths Guild only to hear he had resigned his position. It was then I saw the error of my ways. All the time that I thought I was encouraging my friend, it's only piling on the burden he never wanted to bear. So you wear the hairpin out of pity for the man? No, not pity. At first I felt so ashamed that I didn't think myself worthy of wearing it. Then the lesser moon came tumbling down and everything changed. First we thought we'd lost everything, then slowly but surely, we began to pick up the pieces and dream again. Seeing the proud faces of those who would rise to the call and rebuild our realm, it rekindled passions in my heart I hadn't felt in years. It was then that I finally discovered a dream of my own. To stand with those who would fight for their dreams, and to give them strength in any way I could. This is why I stand here today. Yeah, I must never repeat the mistake of my past. Adventurer, artist, and angler, one's true dreams, one's true strength, must come from within. This is what I learned from Moroto, and this is why I treasure his memento to this very day. Oh, my beloved, could there be in this world a more sensitive soul? The 12 should be 13 for you, my dearest, heart gosling of dreams and compassion. Hitherto, I knew only your physical beauty. I've seen the true beauty of your heart and soul. I'm lost without you, my beloved. Make my dream come true and promise to stand by my side forever. Have you not been listening to a single word I said? I devote my life to support an adventurer's dreams. Men like Arctic here, who are too busy fighting for our realm to waste my bloody time. My beloved, our love too may yet save yours from the shadows. Well now, there's the first interesting words I've heard come out of your mouth. Prove to me that they're more than just words, and maybe, just maybe, I'll reconsider. Does this mean I have a chance? Oh, merciful indeed is the goddess Momodi. I will not fail you, my love. Today, I take my leave. When I next return, you will know the true breadth and scale of my dreams. And you, my good man, you've opened my eyes today, and for this you shall be rewarded. You have my word. You'll be in the front row for the festivities. My goddess and I are wed. And he's off. Finally, some peace and quiet. I doubt he'll be showing his face here anytime soon, but who knows. He'd not be the first man I've seen change. Any road, thank you, Arctic. No matter how far we come, we can't forget the past. And thanks to you, I've been able to do some much needed reflecting. And get some food. Drink hit rate. Skill. Speed. Doesn't matter. Disability, gathering, piety. A lot of different foods in here. This whole job about that profession thing. Yeah. Level up. Carrier level 4. If you are a successful delivery, your reputation as a letter carrier has grown. We're doing pretty good with that. We're doing pretty good with that. Okay. Quickly see what is happening up this way. Look at the whole thing. Level 15. Princely persona. Royal handmaiden. Royal servant. Peach confetti. Festive confetti consists of fragrant petals taken from special peach trees which only blossom for the duration of the Little Lays Day festivities. And cherry confetti. That's a cherry tree. Duration of the Dance of the Five Petals festivities. It's a whole situation here. Definitely an event kind of situation, looks like. Royal servant. Good morrow to you, adventurer. Have you any questions regarding the history of Little Lays Day? I'm at your service. Not really. It's more of an event, looks like. Which is this gonna be? Quest is available for a limited time only. It's an event thing. Something new for Little Lays Day. We're really gonna worry about events right now. Could. Not too worried about it. Am I also not too worried about if there's more letters? Not right now, I don't think. I think for now, we will be focusing on the tower business. Didn't quite get there. Try again. Go, actually, probably, depending on what it is and how possible it is to do. We'll at least go look at it, at any rate. It'll be probably, maybe something over in the Crystal Tower, which we'll see once we pop up here. Just down the road. Over there. Crystal Tower. Maybe. Shouldn't be any other random distractions. But yeah, you never know, do you? Next time. Goodbye.